くなる。で刀竜の場合は、春城っていう言い方するんです。はやぶさの杖って書くんです。でガサガサって言ってこれを敵だと思って切ってくるわけじゃない。そこをこう。
This is the falcon staff. Before you need to worry about anything happening to the staff, the fight will be over. Minasan konnichiwa, and welcome to Let's Ask Seki Sensei. I love to be your host Shogo from Let's Ask Shogo, and this is Seki Sensei. 先生、本日もよろしくお願いいたします。では本日はですね、今もう持っていただいているんですけども、こちらの情について教えていただきたいなというふうに思っております。You might have heard about the Japanese staff called 情, but do you know who used it, why they used it, and how? So today we'll first introduce the 情 used in Asayama Shinryu, a kobudo with 400 years of history. Then we will talk about the history of why the Joe staff became so popular, especially after Japan's westernization. Lastly, we will introduce 3 Joe kata of Asayama Shinryu, which includes interesting teachings of the battlefield that can only be applied to the staff. By watching this video, you'll be able to deepen your knowledge about the Joe, so please watch till the end to enjoy all of it. First of all, let's take a look at the 情 used in Asayama Shinryu.
刀竜の情は2種類ねあります。
長さは全然違いますよね。
はい。
There are 2 different lengths of 情 in Asayama Shinryu, and they each have different skills. The longer 情 is 5 shaku, which is about the average length from the fingertip to the fingertip with both arms extended. The shorter 情 is 3 shaku 2 sun, slightly longer than half of the length of the longer 情. It's actually the perfect length for a cane, the original meaning of 情. The wood is shirakashi, bamboo leaf oak, which is the material that is often used for bokuto wooden katana too. These staff actually have a special name in our ryuha.
で刀竜の場合は、春城っていう言い方するんです。はやぶさの杖って書く。でこれは棒の長さとか形状で名前がついてるんじゃなくて術技の特性はやぶさのごとしっていうところ一発勝負みたいな型が多いんです。
Falcon staff. Now that is a really cool name. The skills using these staff in Asayama Shinryu are very fast. It doesn't matter if the staff will get heavily damaged in the fight, but the goal is to end it quickly. And that's why it was given this name. So then, who used to fight with a 情? Was it the samurai?
情だけをやるこう専門の身分の方っていうのが昔いたんですが、刀竜の場合はちょっと違ってて剣術とか居合とかをやる流派ですのでね、情っていうのはその明治以降の世の中で
Joe were not mainly trained by samurai, but by people of lower ranks as their self-defense weapon. This is because they were not allowed to carry long uchikatana like the samurai. However, explaining the history of Joe is very complicated because there were many ryuha styles who called their bo techniques jo. Bo, which means stick in Japanese, are generally longer and thicker staffs that samurai trained as a non-blade weapon to capture people without killing them. Also, there were skills that developed to use just the long handle of broken spears and naginata as staffs, and some called these jo or bo too. In conclusion, there was no strict definition for jo in the past, and that's why explaining the history is difficult. Next, let's talk about the reason why Asayama Shinryu incorporated jo skills into their ryuha after the Meiji Restoration. It is because it became more and more difficult to train with katana after westernization due to the samurai class being abolished, and budo training itself was completely banned once after World War II. Jo are just simple wooden sticks. So the predecessors of Asayama Shinryu tried to preserve the skills of their ryuha by creating jo kata. So compared to other weapons, the history of jo in Asayama Shinryu is quite short. However, because they did mix the teachings of war with the skills of the jo, there are many interesting techniques you wouldn't see with other weapons. What are the skills actually like? Let's now start learning about the jo techniques. Yes, the attack was really fast. Let's have Seki Sensei explain to us what just happened.
今のはねこういうふうにね
横に
で相手が自分のセンターラインを切ってくるね、その時に2寸5分こっちへずらして、こっち側をね身代わりに打たせるんです。でその弾みで返すのこうでその弾みで返すのこう自分で跳ね返るわけ、で下がるところをファッと折ってって
うわー
眉間を作って下がるところをファッと折ってって
うわー
眉間を作って
The zanshin is performed by holding the staff diagonally over your head to prepare for another attack. As you can see, the biggest strength of Joel is that it doesn't have a blade like a katana or naginata. So you can stab, flip, and continue to attack without creating any gaps. And you might be wondering, won't the hit from the katana damage the staff? Yes, it might. But again, that doesn't matter. This is the Falcon staff. Before you need to worry about anything happening to the staff, the fight will be over. By the way, the predecessor of Asayama Ichiden has tried cutting a Joel with a real katana before, but it was nearly impossible to cut through it. So you don't have to worry about that happening either. If something like that were to happen, I'm sure people wouldn't have carried on this weapon and its skills for so long.
で今の形は、戦の時代の教えが入ってるんです。こう一文字に構えてこうやってね、奇妙な構えですね。でこれ自体が野中の幕っていう
野中の幕、If you are fighting in a field with tall grass, you can use a kimono on a stick and duck under it to trick your opponent to believe that there's someone there. But that's kind of hard to understand, so let's have Seki Sensei actually demonstrate it.
で草がこう生い茂ってる、でガサガサっていってこれを敵だと思って切ってくるわけですね。そこをこうそこをこう
So this technique is to surprise your opponent and attack him while he can't move. This teaching was incorporated as the first stance of the kata you saw earlier. This time, your opponent will try to attack your right arm, which you're holding your jaw like a cane.
でこれをねスッと上げるんです。で左足を進めて常備を持つ。そうすると直角じゃなくなるんです。こういう直角じゃなくなるんです。こういうそうするとあまり食い込まないですね。
なるほど。
で力が逃げる。
直角で受けるよりも。
でここからこういくって危ないですよね。その時に足元見てください。左足があったところへ右足を据える。そうするとここ外れるんです。ほら。ここ外れるんです。ほら。でこれを嫌って抜く。そこをついてって返すと。
And of course, there is a version where the opponent aims for your left arm too. You block the attack again diagonally, this time with your right foot forward. Just like you did earlier, you switch the position of your feet to move away from the opponent's reach. Then you hit up the opponent's wrists and chase him with one hand. Wow, Tsukara-san couldn't even stay standing. What just happened?
で相手と武器をこう合わせるでしょ。で武器と武器があったところで伝っていくっていう感覚なんですよ。先ほどと一緒ですよね。こっちはこうやってるだけ。
そうですね、受けて。
ただ相手がね今度袈裟じゃなくて、このラインを水平に居合の抜きつけで切っていくんです。
Then the angle of how the katana and jewel make contact will be different from the previous kata. You simply slide your staff along the opponent's katana until you reach the tsuba handguard. From there, you push straight from the handguard toward the opponent's shoulder. The opponent will be pushed away strongly, and you swing the end of the staff toward his eyes to prevent him from trying to attack back. Now you might think, why wouldn't the opponent resist before he gets pushed away? There's of course a reason why he can't.
感覚だけお伝えすると、これを引っ張ったら相手抵抗するんです。
ああ、そうですね。力入りますよね。
だけどこういうふうに
If you try to forcibly push or pull the opponent, he will try to resist. But if you gently run along his weapon or arm, it is very difficult to suddenly react to it because there's hardly any force. And at the very last moment, you suddenly put all your strength towards his shoulder to attack. This will surprise the opponent, and it is why he will be pushed much farther away than just a regular push. By the way, you could try to do a similar technique with a katana too.
こう受けたんですよ。
はい。うわー、なるほど。
今度はここ使うんですよ。スーっていったらここでガンとでパッとこう。で肩はここまで。相手逃げた。
まだいけますよね。
相手逃げた。
しかもまだつけますよね。
逃げた。
なるほど。
これで繋がってる。
うわー、すごい。
はい。
So the method of running your weapon along the opponent's weapon to attack and attacking without creating any gaps can be applied to other weapons too. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. ずっと個人的に勝率と憧れがあって。
ああ、そうですか。
はい。なんかやっぱりこう連続で攻撃できるっていうのがすごくかっこいいなと思ったんですけど、今日見せていただいた技の中にもそういったものがあって。長い方の情報をまた次回教えていただくのを楽しみにしております。はい。また次よろしくお願いいたします。So then everyone, if you enjoyed watching this video too and learning about the Japanese staff, please hit the like button and please also leave us any questions in the comments. And our goal is to achieve 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. If you help us to achieve this goal, we'll be able to do so much more in the future, possibly doing online lessons, selling merchandise, or even visiting your city or country to hold seminars about Asayama Ichiden. So be creative, you can help us out by sharing this video. 改めましてありがとうございました。Everyone, thank you very much for watching. 皆さんどうもありがとうございました。